All right, so today's project, I got an aftermarket distributor here for 400 Ford for a buddy of mine, and this is the original Duraspark distributor. The bushings are shot in it, and he's wanting to go with this HEI setup here. But the problem is that this distributor is it's manufactured wrong. The diameters here are way off. When you stick it in the block, it's just loose as a goose, and if you run it like that, it'll cock it to the side and potentially tear your gear up in your camshaft, and probably fuck the distributor up too. But so what I got to do is I'm gonna have to come in. I'm gonna have to weld these journals up here, and then re-machine them back down to size. I kind of got a drawing here to kind of keep my sanity as I go through this. The drawing reflects what I want this distributor to be, not what this one. It's the diameters off this one with all of the O-ring measurements and the spacing from this one. So if I can make this distributor match this drawing, we'll be good to go. And so if you look here, this is the diameter of the new one. This is the diameter of the old one. That leaves the new one 60 thousandths too small. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear this distributor apart, pull the shaft out of it. And this thing's actually got a weird, I don't know why they do this. Let's see if I can pop that apart. Hang on. There we go. Let's see this. They have a weird two-piece shaft arrangement here that I don't think I care for too much. But it's just a slot. It's got the forward oil pump drive on this side, and then some kind of a GM thing over here. So anyway, all I gotta do is pull this roll pin, slide this shaft out, take a look and see what the bearings are in there. If it's a solid bushing, it'll be fine to leave it in place. If it's a roller bearing, I'll probably push it out, and then I'm gonna weld this up and I'm gonna machine it down. So I got the HEI module out of it. I was taking this thing apart, just trying to take everything off the top here, and I noticed, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but my camera's not very good here. Focus on that screw. That screw came pre-stripped, and it's not even tight. So I have to deal with that. All right, so I'm set up for welding here. What I got here is I just got a bolt that fits in the bushing pretty decent, and little old milling vise here. That way I can kind of use this as a positioner and roll it. And I'm just gonna weld those journals up and build them up plenty big, and then we'll machine them back off. All right, so I got her built up here. Some of it looks better than the rest of it, but I think it'll all work just fine. I don't know why my camera's so foggy. But we get done, get it cooled off here, I'll chuck her out in the lathe and get her indicated in, turn it down. All right, so I figured out why my camera was foggy. It was my phone case. I pulled it off. I'll have to get me another one. But I got it indicated in here. I was gonna throw the 4 jaw on here, but I put the 3 jaw on here, and I was able to rotate it around and get it to within a couple thousandths. I think that'll be plenty good enough. Let's see what we've got here. Let me 0 that. about 1,000th. Looks like that's about it. Maybe 1,000th and a couple of tenths, but anyway, I believe it'll be plenty close. I'm fixing to tool up here and start machining it. All right, so I got our machine back down. I came in within 1,000th and a half of my depth measurement for this ledge here, and then the diameter I hit it within 1,000th, and the O-ring seems to fit pretty good. So now I'll take it to the parts washer and wash it up because it's got grit and probably some chips and everything inside it. I'll get it cleaned up, washed up, and blowed out, and I'll lube it up and reassemble it. Well, there it is. I'm gonna call that job done. So I believe it's gonna work.